Korea took 24 years to become a member of the G7. I'm trying to tell you, what is happening on the continent has never happened anywhere. It doesn't take you that long to take from foreigners all the things they left behind. Give you a start.
There's a couple of people, which is very controversial, but they call themselves
I know.
you know
Ojukwu, yes.
so they're trying to separate from Nigeria.
Exactly.
But you also want us to be
Who?
You said Nigeria should like
I just described what is the Tower of Babel.
if
As long as you remain the way the British put you together, you're not going to build the tower. You're not going to build the tower.
something like Biafra you think is good,
Oh, that's not me to say. Oh, that's not me to say.
Yeah, what the hell?
but that would be the only other way.
She's
to-
dumb.
When people
Dumber
come
than
to
a
the
sack
road
of
of
rocks,
hopelessness,
man.
they want to try something. That's all. They don't understand.
That's better than
It's better
nothing.
than them to just sit and watch things happen.
Listen, they don't understand what they're talking about. They're just frustrated and they want to do something. That's it. That doesn't mean they have a plan. If they have a plan, they will implement it in their state. Look at South Sudan. It broke away from Northern Sudan 14 years ago, the newest and the newest republic on earth. As soon as they broke up from Southern Sudan, they are the worst place now. Every day bombing themselves, killing themselves. So Biafra can break away, they're not going to be anything. Because they don't even know what is going wrong. That's all I'm saying.
You don't think that has to do with a fault in leadership?
What?
For example, North and South Sudan, or South Sudan.
No, it's just them.
So, a community is what makes a community, and however we act is it influences how we grow.
Yes.
But we have a set system in place to make it so that we have one person in charge, a leader, a nation.
But what
a
I'm
leader.
saying to you is, it was left behind. You don't understand it. You just
It wasn't left
accepted it.
behind for one person. It was left behind for everyone, and we have to appoint a person.
That's
in
what I'm
order
saying. The
to-
method by
to
which
do
you
the
are
maintenance that you're talking about.
the method by which you pick your leaders was left behind by foreigners. It is from their culture, not your culture. So you're battling with something. Number two, you don't have a country in the first place. No one person. You ask, what is Ghanaians? What do they speak? They don't have. What is your history? They don't have. What is the culture of Ghana? They don't have. It depends on who you ask. But you are all in the same house. The metaphor is in the Bible. The Tower of Babel. The only thing that changed was the language, and that was it. When the Ashantis were one and they spoke only three, they were building that
You,
kingdom.
what it
I see what
do?
you're saying.
Elnora.
So we have to go back and take a look at the country and ask ourselves, who built Nigeria? Who built Ghana? Who built the Ivory Coast? You're all living in a guest house. Think about
So the
it.
fault lies in our own separation.
Well, your own understanding first. That's why I'm doing this. You got to have an understanding. Of why are things this way? Because you've reached a conclusion that is wrong.
Man.
Our leaders, what leaders? Obama was president of America for 8 years, and the country was able to run. The guy has never managed an ice cream parlor.
Nah.
Leadership? No.
Got him.
The people. 130 million with only 453 in the parliament.
But the people don't really have much of a voice in Nigeria.
You don't need a voice.
In
If
African
you
countries.
wait,
You know, so
if you
how
have
we
the,
went to-
do you think Mark Zuckerberg built Facebook because he has a voice? If you have the innovative power, okay. Internet was launched in 1996. Name one black person in the entire world who has harvested it to build it in the internet product or service. Nigeria, the giant of Africa.
I don't know. I have to do my
Exactly.
research. The same way I don't know
Exactly.
about
Nobody in
everything
America would have
to-
told you they have to do research to know Elon Musk or Mark Zuckerberg.
And that's the only two I can mention off my head.
He's not wrong.
In Nigeria?
In America,
But
I
I'm
can't
saying
mention any
Nigeria.
other American one. Or
No,
what,
Nigeria.
Nvidia, that's all I know.
I'm asking you Nigeria.
I don't know. I have to do my research.
There is none.
I don't know. I have to do my research.
You don't think that has to do with, like we were saying
Everything,
before,
everything,
infrastructure,
everything.
power, wealth?
Do you know a toilet bowl that is sold around the world and it was manufactured in Nigeria? Toilet bowl. What is the name?
Oh, no, I don't. Oh, I
Okay.
thought you were saying.
Do you know keke? Bicycle.
the
That was
bicycle.
manufactured in Nigeria?
Wasn't it?
No.
Chinese, right?
Yes. Those are simple things, my dear.
So how would, but educating us and telling us this point of view, okay? How is that gonna really help?
What?
Like, giving us the mind, like, you said that's why you're doing this. Like,
Yeah.
explaining to us, giving us that mindset. How are we gonna What are we gonna do to help? Like,
Nothing. Understand the problem first. You see, this, I want to do something. I want to help. Is what is damaging the place. First, understand the problem.
Staying in your role is what you're saying.
No, understand the problem. Doctors will diagnose you before they start curing.
So then you're saying these countries can develop, but first we have to understand what the root problem is.
Yes.
So they can develop.
No, that's not a conclusion you have to go to. It may happen that I can develop, doesn't mean I can do it. And I told you the fish. If the fish wants the fruit but can't climb, what will he do?
the monkey.
That's correct.
So we need help from other countries.
You have to make that conclusion. I'm just telling you.
I don't really think bringing in more.
Listen, I'm not the one to tell you. I led you to see that the conclusions you came here with, our leaders and resources, is bogus, and I've cleared it. So now you should rethink. And when you become a leader, you know it was not leadership. That's all I'm trying to do.
So then how do you change the people?
You don't change the people. They are what they are. It's up to you. I don't know.
So
You start the conversation, somebody might jump on it and say, I never thought about it that way. It was only one person in the whole of Greece who says, no, this is the way we should interact with young people. Socrates. One person. The whole of the world, it was only one person who said the earth is not flat.
Yo, what's up there,
Did
gentlemen?
they agree with him? No. I'm telling you, first think of these conclusions. They said only when they arrived there, they knew their country was underdeveloped. You said your leaders, you said resources, and I'm telling you all these answers are not true. They're not true. That you can do it. You can't do it. You can't.
So then I feel like from what you're saying, the only way, even if you're saying they can't develop, no African countries can develop, you're saying that the only way to develop
What
is
in the name?
evolution and change. Like
Why is this thing
deep-rooted
doing me
change.
like?
What changed by who?
Just evolution.
No.
So then,
Like this
You
stuff.
you have the resources and you want it to work, right? So you can have jobs and live well. And I keep saying to you, the fish can climb, but he can find a way to get the fruit. Hasn't that given you something to say, I understand what he's saying? When the Oyibos came to your country, didn't they build it beautifully? Did you have anything before they came?
Yes.
What?
It's like I need to fucking reboot it.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
I've.
I don't know.
What
That's
did
a
you?
hard
Oh,
question.
no.
You said yes so quick. What did you have before?
Because we didn't have nothing. You can't say we had nothing.
I'm not saying it. I ask you. What did you have before they arrived?
What do you mean? What did I have? You mean
Oh,
like,
name it. You have the first hospitals built by Nigerians before
Yeah,
the colonists
what was
came?
there
Did you
when-
have
when the
pharmaceuticals
Europeans
in the
showed up?
shelves
What
of
did y'all
Nigeria
have
before they came?
we
Done.
don't
No,
get
but
any of
they
that
have-
I am
because
asking,
You
what
guys
did
had
you
everything
have? What
we
did
taken-
you
had
build?
herbal.
Herbal,
Not
okay, fine.
shit.
Is that still working fine? Breakfast,
You didn't have
lunch, and dinner?
anything.
Cars, hospitals,
You had witch
houses,
doctors,
electricity,
shamans.
water supply. The herbals are doing it? No. But didn't you see how they built Ikoyi and Victoria Island?
what's herbal? Like herbal doctors?
No, I mean like medicine. Yeah. But there are also
What an
things
idiot.
that we had that were taken away,
Like what?
that were broken down, like Benin Wall.
You saw it?
No,
Then how did you know?
because it was taken away.
No. Did you see a Benin wall?
No, that's all
That's it?
she's
Yeah.
heard that. She don't know shit.
Then what are you talking about?
What the
Benin
fuck
wall?
are you talking
Wall
about?
gives
Yeah,
people-
you didn't even
There's
see
some-
it.
I'm saying
It's-
there's some
you have no
Like
idea.
what?
Like that was
She's an
Benin
idiot.
wall. What wall?
just like how there's China Wall, the wall, Great Wall of China. There was the Great Wall of Benin,
What is Benin?
the Kingdom of
The
Benin.
Great
Has a
Wall of
wall.
China, the
They
Great
had.
Wall of what the fuck?
You saw it?
No,
The Great Wall of China can be
was
seen from
broken down.
And if
space.
the wall
for
was
goodness
still
sake.
there to provide water and
Does it
electricity
work
and housing and hospitals.
it's just an example.
Okay, give me a better example. Things they took away because that's why you're dying in the hospitals. You don't have.
We don't have power. We don't have resources.
You don't
we don't
have
have
anything.
money. We don't have wealth.
No. Nothing.
What the hell?
Nothing.
I mean,
And those are all
They don't
things
have it.
needed in order to develop. So who's
their
to say if
land
we didn't
has
get
it.
Those things we couldn't develop.
I don't understand what you're saying.
I feel like we have resources.
getting those things
do, but
is
you can't
developing,
use
you
them.
fucking
can't use them.
moron.
Because you don't have the capability.
Why
But
don't
for
we have the
example-
If you
capital?
can't get them, then
Because
you're
the
not
environment in
developed.
which you evolve doesn't give you that capability for industrialization. You don't need it because you're in a tropical environment. Hey guys, thank you so much being with us for another episode with these wonderful people
I mean,
from the University of Bridgeport.
It's
Don't
not
forget to
even
follow,
that anybody's
subscribe,
trying
like
to
us,
bust their
follow us,
balls. It's that
until next.
they just, it's like they
episode, I'll see
fight
you.
it. Like they,
Thank you
it's
very much.
obviously the truth. And it's like a point of pride. It's like, why can't you just accept that you have some work to do? Like, they will point out everybody else, all the work that every other people's need to do, but if you say anything about them, you're a fucking racist. It's like, no, you got work to do just like everybody else. You ain't perfect. Look at your, where you come from, like
Hello, guys.
Africa.
Welcome
It's
back
not
to the
it's not a fun
studio.
place to be.
There was an episode last week, and I promised that I would do an episode to share my answer in the room that day in 1991 about what makes me proud of my
crazy.
ancestors as a black man.
How quick? Oh wow,
So,
you can like. I
welcome
didn't
back
even
to the
realize you can
studio. I
like
can
my
see you
video.
guys can't wait to hear from
excited.
me. Right?
I'm
I'm Trovo.
I'm excited.
Recommend.
Hey, listen,
No shit. Y'all hit the
I was
recommend
born
button.
in Benin Republic.
Hook a brother up, please,
I
if
grew
you
up
would.
with my grandfather, because my father passed when I was 11. My grandfather named me Zanu. Zanu means that which belongs to the dark. And every time I say the
That's
name,
cool.
especially in the West, like, who names a child?
I'm
like
digging
that?
it.
But the full word is
Huh.
Zanuli, so Zanu, either he or that which belongs to the dark. And people are like, why? Who would name a child like that? So when a place is dark, what do you take there?
Light.
That's correct. That's what he meant.
Ooh.
That's what my grandfather meant. So my grandfather had 3 boys.
Oh.
And by our
That's
tradition,
cool.
if my
Clever.
grandfather's second son gives birth to a boy, my grandfather will name that boy. Okay? So my father gave birth to 5 girls. I was the only.
He gave birth.
And so the day
No,
I
I'm
was born, I was taken to my grandfather, and I didn't understand the name either. And then he said, when he looked into my eyes as they gave to him and then unwrapped it for the first time, I saw a light and I said, this one, he belongs to the dark. Which means I'm attracted to negative things. And guess what? Name does actually work on kids. I love negative things, meaning that I love things
What?
that are not the
dude,
good
you're out of your
thing,
mind. Crazy.
the common thought. The comfortable, I don't. It doesn't inspire me. I like things to challenge me. But as I was growing up and they were explaining the name, and I was, okay, geez, that's what you call me? Or, I didn't appreciate it. Until recently, people say, wow, if that is the definition, actually, it matches you. Because my grandfather used to say, when I come home and I complain, like I was bullied in school, somebody did this, he would say, yes, those are your good people. What?
Huh, those are the people
Because he
from the
believes
dark.
that
You're
you will
showing 'em
discover
light,
yourself
baby.
If you have people like that, those who challenge. And so he would laugh.
Indeed.
He made me to laugh when I came to the United States, and I hear people say a lot, oh, I like to be among positive people. My grandfather used to say, if you are standing always under the light, how would you know how much you shine? So if you're always around positive people,
Very,
you don't know
very,
anything about yourself. The pampering you
Interesting.
until one day when a little darkness is introduced, boom, you're gone.
you shine. Or some people
is.
shine anyway.
Occasionally find a dark place and go there. If you see that you're not bright enough, then go charge your battery. He never went to school. My parents never went.
Clever.
Nobody. I'm a first generation scholar in my family. By that I mean the first to go to primary school. But here is an old man who was never educated. Well, these are the ways he
wasn't stupid,
I don't know
though.
if he meant it, if he knew it, but slowly it began to have impact on me. That's my
Wow.
understanding and introduction to life. Pa, he lived until 103 before he died.
Whoa.
Wow,
Yes.
103.
Yeah.
Whoa,
And
holy
that day, he
shit,
walked from
dude.
another house
That's
where he went to
incredible.
heal somebody's eyes. He was a herbalist and a chief voodoo priest. And I adore him a lot. No classroom could give me what he gave me.
That's
And that
crazy.
helped me to
That's
travel
how I
the
feel about
world,
my
live in
grandfather.
Very difficult cultures and never failed. I have empathy and understand that
Nah.
when I leave my house, I have no standards imposed on how people should relate to me. No. When I leave my house, I have no expectation how you or you should relate to me. That is asking for trouble. I have only one
Right.
standard. How
It's asking to be let
to
down.
present myself
People will always let you down.
to the world.
Wow.
How I want to be accepted should not be dependent on how you should approach me. No. Because you know what? When you have standards for people, and you have all these expectations, how you want people to talk to you. But I don't know how Zuri woke up this morning. I don't know when he woke up, the first phone call he got, what news he got. The grandma is dead. The mother is taken to the hospital.
I know. When I found out my grandfather was
affect his
dead,
mood.
man, that
And within
that shit hit me
hour,
like a
I was the first
sledgehammer to
person
the
he met, and
chest.
I'm expecting him, what? You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
People leave their homes. Some, they're in a zombie state. They don't know if they are happy or if they are sad. They are trying to find out in the first few hours of the morning. Unfortunately, they run into you. But because you live your life, having standards and expectations of people you meet, how they should treat you, you're going to have problem every second of your life because they're going to disappoint you. But me, according to my grandfather, when you leave your house, stop at the door and count 10 and say to yourself what you believe should be the standards you will present, regardless of the person's class, wealth, race, color. And you will see, you'll be free.
And were you free?
When people ask,
What do you
hey, Daniel,
think?
good morning, how are you? I say, I'm tall, handsome, and happy. Because I'm very free. Absolutely. I have decided that if I should ever get angry, it should be intentional. Just because I want to save somebody's life. That's the only time I'll be angry. But I challenge any human being to make me angry. You fail. It is the only thing that drives me, yes, proving you wrong every day. So, that day in the room in France, while the people were going round, I have never faced that question. I have never faced that question. I don't have the answer. I've never even thought about it.
Right.
So the answer came from their answers. So I'm listening, and I was like, oh my God. If I introduce myself, it will be one of them whose parents gave me that name, Frank. I'm a black man from Africa. Here I am hanging with a French name, right? So I will use their grandfathers gave me that name. What is my official language? It's either French or English. They gave it to me. My mode of dressing, they gave it to me. The curriculums that raised me to even be able to be in that room, they gave it to me. The plane ride to that country, their forefathers built it, you understand?
Fucker.
So it was hitting me, and I said, huh, wow. Then when it came to me, I said it. I said, wow. I have never thought about it. But this is the first time I will say to you, by listening to people, the burden with which they live their lives and grow. This is the first time I will say, I am really, really proud of my ancestors, because they left nothing behind. Nothing at all. I've traveled the world as a black man, and I have never seen a black country where the people who live in it are foreigners that were brought there by blacks as slaves. Not one single country. Yet the black race has more countries on earth than any other country. 54 are on the continent. 13 black countries in the Caribbean. So 68 black countries. There's not a single black country where slaves were bought from outside by black people. I've traveled the world. Not a single country in the world colonized by a black country. There's nowhere you go on Mother Earth where the language they are speaking is imposed on them.
I never thought of that.
By a black country. I've traveled
That's
the
a
world
good
and
thing.
I've never seen a religion
I mean,
that is
they
imposed
haven't-
upon anybody anywhere in this world by a black country.
I mean,
There's 68 black countries in the world, the largest continent by number of countries. Not a single one of them has a nuclear weapon of mass destruction. Black countries across the world, none of them is responsible for what we call the military complex, where we are manufacturing
evil,
dirty
they're not
bombs
destructive.
and sending things into the water to pollute people. I've
murdering
traveled the
people.
world and I'm yet to see one product
good.
that was forced to be sold in another country by a black country. So it means the black race is the only race on earth that represents what the United Nations have been looking for the last 100 years, peace. Yes? We fought internal wars,
Indeed.
just like anybody.
Well, the Eskimos,
And that is all
Eskimos, they don't even do that.
Therefore, in my travels,
Shit.
there was no place I went on earth where the people there pointed fingers at me and say, your people did this to me. Never. The black person is the only one who travels this earth and no one will point a finger. That's what my ancestors left behind. Nothing.
Nothing, yeah, nothing. They never.
I think that is.
That makes me feel good.
Yeah,
they've never
that
put-
has to be definitely.
You can see they've never actually sat
I'd
down
say
and
more
spent
powerful than
5
anything
minutes
any of the other
thinking
countries
about the
said.
people that came
You know,
before
it's-
them.
it's,
All they think about is
You
themselves.
know, it's everything and nothing.
They never
It's-
even
that's-
considered
That's
that. That's
amazing. I don't even know
pathetic.
what to rebuttal to that. It's,
Look, he's got a shit-eating
You say
grin on
that's
his
perfect?
face, as if it's like he never
see,
even.
We
It's like the first time he's ever thought anything good about his
is what makes
family or
people.
his heritage.
So in February, it's coming.
That's crazy.
Black people are going to go to class
Dude, I could talk-
hanging
I could-
peanut butter and say, yeah, we invented peanut butter.
Did-
Yeah, we invented traffic
cares?
light and they stole us. You see, we are trying so hard to think that only when you invent something, then you are. No,
Right?
it's not true. Inventions
be-
are only based on fear and necessity.
Yeah.
But what we have done, and let me tell you something else,
Their way of life is peaceful.
countries have been colonized. But each time the colony is over, what the colonized country does to the one that colonized them, they pay prices. From West Africa to South Africa, Black Africa is the only place where, when the colonies end their colonization, we never hurt anyone. We turn around and we live with them peacefully and happily. Yes. We joined the Commonwealth of Nations after colony. We're not stupid. Because we never harbor anything like that. But we are thinking always it has to be.
They don't
inventions.
hate.
No.
Good stuff.
Or we have to build something.
Yeah, something. Not at all. It's always the consumer.
Right? Culture can be
That's what I
a
thought of.
contribution.
I was
And
looking
consumption is
for-
very, very, very
right, something
powerful.
we put out a physical.
If
object.
you remove Africa from the world, Europe, Asia, and America will be buried under their own second-hand goods. There's no
Yeah.
amount of disposal place in any European country to absorb waste. Africa it is.
Wow.
When I said it,
Jeez.
the French
These
guy
people don't
jumped over
think.
the coffee table and hugged me. He said, you made me feel ashamed because he gave it 2 years before he went to Senegal.
They should.
Senegal was colonized by the French. You hear what is going on in Niger. That fool with the black alad and the pistol on his side walking back and forth, trying to keep the French out of Niger. And he said while he was in Senegal, every club he went to, they're pointing fingers at him, what the French came to do in this country. They stole all our this, and they did this, and they did this. Then the American kid said, no, the British kid said he went to Nepal, and the same thing. Everywhere he went, they were pointing fingers. Your people came here and colonized us, and they were trying to force religion on. Everybody began to give their own negative stories of how others treat them when they go out.
Wow.
Guys, you don't have to invent or build cars and sell electronics. And no, to be known. When human life began, nobody was treated based on inventions because there were no inventions. They looked purely at how you live side by side with the external environment, nature and other human beings. We are the only culture on earth where you travel through a black village, a total foreigner, and they would take the best food they have to give to you to eat and give you the best room to sleep in. Till today, we do it. That is why, with all the things that happened to Africa, colonization and slavery and all that, you would never hear anybody say he's afraid to travel through Africa. Especially if you are white, you are safer.
Yeah. My little brother went to Africa last year. Said it was all smiles.
America,
It
in
was.
Britain, in Germany, whichever. White
They were.
people did,
He said
the
they
time
were
did
so
it,
welcoming. He couldn't. It was
was based
unreal. He said,
only
incredible.
on the intellectual level of the people. That is all.
Spent a
they
month
could
there on a mission.
But you You have to recognize that. At the time the Africans were giving their people to foreigners, it is also based on their intellectual level. Once upon a time, the Jews had a law that says an eye for an eye, until somebody said, hold on, guys, if we continue...
Once upon a time, they were
nobody is
slaves.
perfect. We are going to be blind people in this city. So he introduced forgiveness. Because at the time of an eye for an eye, that was the only intellectual way you can understand what is called justice.
Yeah.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
So every age is based on the intellectual level. Once upon a time when the guy said the earth was flat, it was based on the tool that was available to observe it, not because they were dumb. So whatever white people did in this world, we have to recognize among the G8, the most advanced or industrialized countries, the G8, name a country that is able to rise this up and build such an industrial complex without stepping on a toe. It's impossible. It's impossible. Even for individuals, for you to become successful and rich, you would step on toes. Some you will not be aware of.
You're right. You're bringing up some points that I never thought to think of, and you know, if our parents
because
had
you're
taught
so
us that and had
concerned
that
about other
message, I
people
think
and
we
other
would never
other
have feeling so angry
groups
and,
of
you know,
humans.
accusatory towards
It's
the white man, right?
goodness
and everything
gracious.
that he did to hold us down.
The anger you see in the United States. No, go
Yeah,
ahead.
all
I
they've
agree.
thought
I
about
definitely
is
think
what
there's
other
this
people
sort of,
did,
like,
not what their
helplessness
people
people feel.
did. Instead of being
And,
proud
I
of their
think, yeah,
people,
that
they
was
hate other
definitely,
people.
You know,
It's
put a fire under
disgusting.
people and be like, okay, yeah,
At
like,
least
I have
he
this
is
responsibility
fucking
to do
waking
this
them
and
up.
that, and be
Crying
a
about
contributing
it.
member
Shit.
to our community.
Yes. I don't blame black kids in Chicago or anywhere that are doing the things that we're not proud of. We fed them with that anger because we couldn't tell them the story I just told you. Do you know how it would feel if you're young and people were trying to say
They
something
were
and say,
failed.
mention one place on Mother Earth where the black man has done anything guilty? And everybody would just stop.
True.
Yeah, that's one of
And
the
you start telling them
craziest-
what their great-grandparents did to people and say, name a place where we have ever enslaved people. And they will stop. They will start looking at you and say, wow. Who do you think will stand in public and defend slavery? No.
Wow.
They look back. Today's Americans look back and they know that is a stain on America. But it's
Hell
upon
yeah.
you to recognize. At the time they did it, that is all they could do. Now church is
Man.
over. Pass the plate around.
The
Hey man, thank
Dude
you again
came
for
through.
having a wonderful session. But I want to hear the last comment from the two of you before we pack out. So,
Like I said, definitely, it's definitely a conversation that needs to be had, and coming from a background where growing up,
Damn. YouTube
there was
movies and
confusion
TV.
of where
Fuckers.
where I came from,
Fuckers.
what specifically to say, and when I get questioned, hey, where are you from? What's your culture? I don't really have the answer to that. So, and it's definitely a sort of embarrassment when somebody asks you, and you're like, oh, I don't know, and especially being in America where there's hundreds of different cultures and everybody knows, this flag, this food, this type of stuff, and so I think
You're just so concerned
think
about
to,
everybody else.
to wrap it up, I think it's
You know,
definitely
be
something that
grateful
needs to be
for what
talked
you
about
have.
and definitely
Quit-
brought more attention
Quit
to.
worrying about what other people have. Fuck,
I think this is a
man.
perfect example of how important perspective is. And that is why
And
I
thought.
felt as a kid I would question the adults in
Introspection.
my life. Like, why do we say these things? Well, why is this that way? And they would get so angry with me and, call me disrespectful and all types of things because they couldn't
and she never thought to
explain
think
what
about or
you're
come up with her
explaining
own.
here today. And I think
Whatever.
that frustration of, okay, this young child is looking to me as a beacon of light and they're asking me questions I've never even thought about. And the only way to stop myself from getting embarrassed is to reprimand that child. So I grew up vowing to myself that I would divorce my culture and that I want to be a new generation. Whoever I end up marrying, and if I ever have children, that child would be a new generation of Black.
Good for
not
her.
the culture that we see and the culture that we
for her.
celebrate and promote.
yeah, a new generation is
not very
identifiable
good.
based on statements their thought process comes from the words they use, what they believe. And so that's why it's so important that many countries around the world, they always want to repeat, America has, give me your poor, your weak, your wretched,
Your huddled
populace,
masses.
your population that is yearning to breathe freedom. Give them to me. That's it. He didn't say, this is what I will give them. And American kids
We'll
grow
give
up
them a bunch of stuff.
seeing
No, we'll give
on
them a
the Statue of
chance, that's
Liberty,
all.
this promise my country is making to other people. Give me your poor, your weak, your wretched, your population that is yearning to breathe freedom. Give them to me. He didn't say, give me your rich, your famous.
Yeah.
Come on, my country is asking the world, what do we have on our statutes in Africa? What do we have? What did you read in Jamaica growing up? Nothing.
Part 2, part 1, damn it.
Nothing.
If every black country had written this in the back of every textbook, what I just told you, as who we are,
People would feel a lot better.
Korea
they
is
would
the
be proud of
only,
that.
maybe the only Asian country that has never, in its existence, thousands of years of existence, has never attacked another country. That's why the Koreans believe
No, the
that.
thing is he's
what they teach
he's
their
not
kids.
comparing his people to other people.
They teach them. They say, we have never attacked
Different
anybody."
cultures have different
They've been attacked
values.
770 times.
The Europeans, they kind of
Chinese,
value
Japanese,
conquest.
Everyone.
So that matters.
Does that make them inferior?
They
No.
don't matter to Africa.
Genghis Khan died shamefully because of slashing people, right, across Asia. But Koreans today are saying to their children, you see how pure we are? They,
Yeah, because they were on the other side. Couldn't get to them. Fuck.
what is a good thing?
I guess that technology is showing like the real world.
Yes, everybody loves to know, but nobody thinks about what happens to you when you know too much and it's piled on you too much. Let me tell you something that makes those of us baby boomers why we are so calm and healthy and we live longer. You have one television which you don't even have.
Because
a
you
remote.
robbed
So
everybody
you have to get
else.
up from your couch and go turn the channel.
Baby boomers.
You have maybe 3 newspapers.
I had one of those TVs.
You have a couple of radio stations, and that's it. You know your favorite program, so you come home and you wait for it. You watch it, it's enough. You go for a walk, you meet friends, it's healthy. You meet family members, you go for a walk, you go for a jog, you go to the gym, you do gardening, you play golf, you hang out with friends and talk with human beings.
What in the shit?
We never knew about the world. It takes a while. When I was reporting, there was no internet. You have to type everything, put it in an envelope and mail it. So any information or news that I'm reporting from Japan or around the world takes about 2 days before people will read it. Did anybody die? Anything given to humans and given in abundance in a certain time, it's unhealthy. So technology is good in some sphere, but the social media technology, no. I studied it before it arrived. We've seen it, what it has done to us. So it's a choice you have to make. I'm sharing with you what I know. This machine called cell phone and its content, that is what I studied for 6 years and worked almost 13 years with it.
Someone said, I think the overwhelming stuffing of knowledge and news in the world creates anxiety. It's very easy to push fear and hate with the media at your fingertips.
That is the word, anxiety. And nobody who is in that state of anxiety ever can perform. Anger that you saw, you just saw a video and you saw something, an injustice, and you felt so angry, but you can't do anything about it. You think that anger just went away, poof. No, you're going home to your girlfriend, to your wife, to your fiancé, children, parents, friends, and you don't know where that thing you saw, what it has done to your mood. No, humans by nature are not supposed to be fed with instant information and images overwhelmingly. No. People were more creative and happy way before we had this instant technology. People were creative and happier. Because there is something really healthy when you miss something and when you are anticipating something, that some news is going to come. I know when it comes, I'm going to open an envelope. There's some healthiness about that. Your brain is constantly
discharging chemicals of anticipation, curiosity. It's healthy. Having the world in your palm, so much that you don't miss anybody. It's not. We are slowly drifting into what I am calling, I am not the one who coined it, a social Darwinism. And it's going to be the survival of the fittest. But you ask yourself, what do I mean? Who are those who are going to vanquish? Who are those? Those who have been completely living depleted of any sensitivity. You're not going to know right or wrong. Information is going to be so much that you'll be confused. And you see, it's packed every day into your brains. Just like a hard drive on your phone. It has a limit, man. If they overfeed you, not good. The same with food. If you overfeed on food, health problem. If you overfeed on alcohol, health problem. If you overfeed on sleeping, health problem.
Too much of a
if
good
you overfeed
thing.
on sex, health problem. If you overfeed on
Really?
information, health problem. Change the world by changing your own daily lifestyle. It's powerful when your friends watch you and you don't do what they are all doing every day. They tend to worry about you and wonder, like, wow, how is he able to? Try a little bit to be unconventional. Don't let the external control you to the point you can't. Look, I was just talking to a friend of mine, and we both agreed. We first of all put a system into play. We had control on it. Then we step over the system, and then it's behind us and begin to control us. That's what we're doing. That's what we are doing.
Like they're not like they're lacking. They're not.
Students from international African students at the University of Bridgeport. Now, Bridgeport University happened to be my alma mater, and I won't tell them the class I graduated. It makes me really. And the reason I'm excited is because they are Gen Z. And each time I have a Gen Z in the studio, the conversation is always very interesting because their perspective is different, mine is different, and we're trying to bridge the gap. We will get straight to it right now. We have here Theo Akufo-Pare, Business Administration, of course. So by that name, you are from Ghana. Woo! That's also my home. And then we have with us Benita Nwalozi, who is in nursing.
Yeah, Nwalozie, my last name.
Oh, Nwalozie.
Yep.
So Nwa will mean the child of.
Nwalozie is like child of God.
So what is Lozier?
Lozier is like, well, Lozier is more like God's own.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
It's different a little bit from Chinedu and oh, man, you got. All right, and you are from Nigeria.
Nigeria.
So we have a Ghanaian. Oh, and who has the best jollof?
Oh, we can't talk about that now. That's another
All right.
thing.
She knows the truth. That's correct. And now what is interesting is that the students are also members of the African Students Association at the University of Bridgeport, an organization that I was a co-founder back in the 90s, and they've kept it alive. They get some really very interesting events happen on campus. One is coming up soon. Is it 13th of March or 17th?
I believe it's the
14th of March.
14th of March.
Yes.
And what is it going to be?
Well, there's a Royal Fox wedding. So this one is like just bringing like, Nigerian and Ghanaian culture.
In terms of wedding?
Yes, in terms of a wedding.
Okay.
So,
just to showcase what
Yeah.
weddings look like back
So
there.
a lot of dollars is going to be rained on the bride and stuff like that, as we see in the videos. Yeah, it's usually very colorful. So if you are in town, if you are within the Fairfield County, March 14th, March 14th, the campus of the University of Bridgeport, please come and support. If you are an alumni living in, please, I'll be there, and we want to make it look really good. So thank you guys for keeping ASA still burning on campus. And today you are in the studio not to talk about ASA, right? So I sent you guys a note when I came to visit, and I said to you that, of course, one of the things that is burning right now is every African country is looking to become developed, right? Because we are the only continent that is labeled as underdeveloped countries, and we've accepted it. and we know why, and we've been trying, whether you're a Ghanaian or Nigerian, also, we're all trying, right? And then I said, well, the effort is useless because no black country would ever develop. Let me explain what I mean by black countries, meaning the 54 that is on the continent, the 13 black countries in the Caribbean, the black communities in the United States, in UK, or wherever you are never, ever going to
Develop. Can you also explain what you mean by develop, like in terms of economics or technology or?
A very good question. I was going to throw that to you because all I keep hearing when you turn on to Facebook or Instagram and it's Ghanaians or Nigerians or Sierra Leone's, our country must develop. Tinubu is a bad man today because he is not moving Nigeria to where it must go. From the 60s, all you've been talking about is we accepted the label in the 70s as underdeveloped countries. We did. There's no debate about that. We use it in our IMF applications. We are third world underdeveloped countries. So that's what I mean. So you have to tell me what you mean when you said I'm crazy by saying you won't develop. It means you understood what I meant.
Yes. I feel like the African countries, well, for me, I just went home to Ghana. I haven't been home in a while, so seeing the country now versus like
Howdy there, Sean. 72.
3 years ago when I was there, I see a lot of differences. I see evolution. I just saw like this morning, I know this is kind of off topic, but I saw like Burkina Faso, they just created their first electric car, like their first local, completely original electric vehicle in that country. That
No,
was
they
seen
didn't. Come on
so
now.
like far-fetched, like 5-10 years ago from an African country. So I do think
Fixing a
that
hammer.
development is possible in African countries, even though it might be not even way slow. Well, it has been considerably slower than.
Before I jump ahead of you, can you name the company in Burkina Faso, a car company that was established, opened by a Burkinabe, a citizen? What is the name and which cars did this car company make first before this electric car?
I can't.
You can't.
I
Where
can
did you
name-
see it?
I saw it on Instagram today, actually.
I'm really disappointed. You are in college, and social media is not a place for far-fetched news or stories. Burkina Faso has not manufactured, designed, and rolled out an electric car.
They haven't rolled it out yet, but
Now,
they
where
just
is
desi-
it?
They just designed. And
Designed. I thought you said people are
Design?
test
What does
driving the
that
car on the
mean,
streets
dude?
of
I
Burkina
did
Faso.
not say that.
Oh, so where is
It hasn't
it?
been out yet.
No, where is
It
it?
is Itoya.
Who designed it?
Well, I-
You don't know. Which company?
Itoya.
What?
ITAOAI.
And it's owned by who?
I might have spelled that wrong.
It's
I
owned by
don't know
who?
who is owned.
You don't know. It could be a foreign company that came to Burkina Faso and designed a car and said, we could manufacture from this place. That is not something you say is for a developed country. That's
You
not
also-
development.
But you also, I mean, it's a sign.
We don't know. We cannot use that as an example of what you're talking. I haven't seen it. I need to see it and say that do you know how long it took Tesla to roll out one car, even the design to be complete? and be a
Fucking
prototype?
decades, pretty
No,
much.
it's not
It was
true.
ridiculous.
But you can't just say it's not true just because.
Because you don't know the name of the company. You don't know the
I just
factory.
told you the name of the company. I just
Because
don't
it
know
was
the-
written on the Instagram.
Because it was written on
Well,
the
in my perspective,
Instagram.
like I do feel like, well, where I'm from, like we struggle with a lot of economic. It's a lot of economic struggles like we face due to like leadership and things like that. But I just feel like we do have the capability of being developed because I see like, because being transitioned from like Nigeria to like here, I've seen like the difference in like motivation and people wanting to see change in Nigeria rather than compared to here. People just like, you know, they get what they want, everything's easy to them. But like in Nigeria, like even though like we struggle with many like factors with economic, we do see like there is going to be a change. There is going to be like sooner or later will be development in that country. I just feel like we, like us Nigerians, we have motivation to like have that and like do that change.
Yeah.
So I do like my perspective. I do see that there is going to be a change in Nigeria.
Sure. Every 4 years, there is a change in Nigeria. There's a change in every country. So let's back up a little bit. Maybe we are ahead of ourselves. What is it in Nigeria? What is not there that makes you say that it's not developed?
What is not there?
Yes.
some people may say like the
No,
infrastructure.
you have to say, you speak, yes. Ghana, what is not there that makes you say Ghana is not developed? What is it? You?
Well, for my country, I'll say like what is not there is just like there's lack of leadership, like in my country.
So that lack of leadership, what has it not provided Nigeria that makes you, and I know, I've lived there, that it's not a developed country. Yes, it's not. What is it that is not there?
Well, from what I see and like what like family tell me, like in terms of leadership, it's just like there's no structure. There's no structure.
Explain structure.
Like basically like there's a lot of like inflation going on right now in Nigeria.
Inflation has gone on here in America, yes.
But it's
But
like,
do you have everything and inflation happen to you? You can be a healthy man and catch fever. That's how inflation works. So do you have everything that makes a country develop, but you have inflation?
well, okay, so yes, even though there's inflation like in Nigeria, like we have the resource. I do believe we have resources.
You have resources. I'm talking about it's a developed country. No, it's not. So I'm asking, what is it that is not there that makes it underdeveloped?
Well, leadership. But
Leadership
I'm just
is
saying
not part of
like
development.
lack
You can
of
have a
leadership.
bad president.
They always say that.
We just
I
had
don't
one,
get it.
but the country was still sailing smoothly.
But the thing is, even if they did have like the right people or the resources, like she's saying, it's the people in the country not wanting to like do what they have to.
They don't want to.
Yes.
And why don't they want to?
Because they're selfish and want to.
And why are they selfish? Who takes his own home and watch it deteriorate because you're selfish? You wouldn't do that. That is your country. Everybody, like he said, has a zeal, want to do something. So let me take you now on a different road, but it's the same path. When did you discover that Ghana, Nigeria, was not developed? And how did you come to that realization? There was something about health, and you are in nursing. When you go to the doctor, there's something interesting they always ask you. Hey, doc, I'm having a toothache. They ask you, when did it start, right? Because it helps the doctor to know how to. So if you say, oh, just 2 weeks ago, it would be a different approach he would use. How about if you told him, I was born with it? There would be a different approach. So you know you're not well because yesterday, the day before, you were healthy, you had appetite. You woke up this morning and you don't have appetite, you're not feeling well. So you tell the doctor, I am not well, because you knew. So when did you discover that Nigeria or Ghana was not developed?
When did we discover?
Yes, how did you know? When? The when is important.
It would be when I came here for school, when I discovered myself rather than being told in school. Because I was told in school when I was in Ghana that, you know, we're a third world country, we're underdeveloped compared to the other, you know.
So when did you know that your country was not developed?
Coming here, I would say.
How about you?
I would say same with me because I was raised in Nigeria and I didn't see anything wrong. I guess I was like young, but like I didn't see myself struggling.
That's correct.
So then when I came here, it's like I saw like a huge difference, like regards in like health and things and school education and things like that.
Very good. All right, now let's dive into what is the real meat of this discussion. What do Nigerians have in common with white Americans, the WASP who founded this country? Except both of them being human beings. What do they have in common?
I mean, there are people that have innovation.
No. What do they have in common with Nigeria?
Physically?
Yes. Besides being human beings, the environment, culture, history, what do they have in common with Nigerians or Ghanaians? Or let's start using the word Africans. What do they have in common? Nothing. So you see what you have done. So if there was no country on earth, but Africa is the only continent on earth, would you still call it a third world country? No. Then Nigeria would not be underdeveloped. Am I not right? So the day the mother deer or the mother antelope took its babies out, that was the first time they saw the tiger or the lion and saw its behavior. It can run a mile in 9 seconds, grab other animals and tear them into pieces. And the mother deer said, wow, that is a superior animal. What does that mean to the baby deer? Will you ever do that? So the baby deer is inferior for the rest of its life? That's what you've done with your countries. You're comparing your country. And the day you knew your country was not developed is because you look at another country where the people who live it, who build it, have nothing in common with you. When I say that no black country would ever develop, I meant the basic things that is required. The 4-pillar foundation that you find in every developed country. But there is no developed country. There are only 2 types of countries on earth: industrialized countries and non-industrialized countries. So if I tell you, Ghanaian Africans, your people are underdeveloped, Ghanaians are underdeveloped, will you accept it? How about you?
No.
Then how can a place, there is no place, you can't have a country without people. So how did you call the country itself underdeveloped, yet claim that the people who live in it are developed?
It's because of the infrastructure.
No, but what I'm saying is, if the people were developed, shouldn't they build what they're supposed to build?
But it's the resources as well, the lack of resources.
What resources do you lack? There are only 4 resources. I'll come to it and tell you, you have plenty of it than anybody else on earth. So you see, the comparison is when you began to know that your country. But the 4 pillars of the 4-pillar foundation required in any developed industrialized country, no black country has it. Those are, you know what is WASP? W-A-S-P. White, the race. Anglo-Saxon, the ethnicity. Protestants, the religion, and their history. Right?
So is it when they came to colonize our continent and then
No.
left?
I'm saying that is a 4-pillar foundation. Japanese, the language, the ethnicity, they're Japanese. The history, they are Meiji. Their religion. Germans, Lutherans. The English are Anglicans. They're WASP. They are formerly a Germanic tribe that occupy what we call now the UK or the English land, England. Okay? China, you see it, even though you have pockets of different tribes, they all speak Mandarin. They are all from the Ming Dynasty. They all share the same religion and the same history. Let me ask you, who is a Nigerian?
I would say someone who's born there, or someone who's parents are from there or raised
So
there.
what is Nigerian
Silly.
culture?
It varies because in
Okay,
Nigeria,
so the answer is there's no such thing. What do Nigerians speak?
multiple languages.
There's no such thing. What is the value, sense of value of Nigeria as a culture? There's no such thing. What is the history of Nigeria? There is no such thing unless you start from 1960 when we gained independence. Yet the Igbos have been around that place more than 900 years. The Benin Kingdom have been around that place close to 1,000 years. The Yoruba Empire has been around close to 1,000 years. But when you say what is a Nigerian culture, Nigerian history, you can only start from 1960.
So are you saying is the people's fault that we're not developing even back then? Is it?
No, we haven't even come to the point of whether you are developing or not developing. I'm just simply saying the 4-pillar foundation that is required for people to say this is ours and this is the dream. Since you were born, have you seen a blueprint by your ancestors that says this is where Ghana is going? And by the year 2040, Ghana will be this. Have you seen it?
Not exactly, but they have their plans.
Who is they?
Well, I see it in the news on the government.
News, but I'm saying what is Ghanaian blueprint? Have you seen the Constitution of America? It says clearly what they are going to be. How about Nigeria? No.
No.
Exactly. So you don't have a blueprint, like trying to build a house with no architectural plan. 2, you don't have the 4-pillar foundation required. Let me ask you, the 63 black countries in the world, do you know any black country where the people who live in it founded it? By founding, I mean a group of people, like the Yoruba Kingdom, moving around and came upon a land that is fertile, has what they want, and they settled there. Even if they have to kill the indigenous and steal their women, they did, and they made it into a republic. Is there such a thing on earth? A place, a country, where the blacks who live in it were the ones who founded it. The Caribbean, the 13 black countries. Africa has 54 of them. Put together, the largest race on earth by number of countries. Which black country do you know?
Wow.
Where the people who live in it
Did not
founded
know
it?
that.
I just know one that was.
Who founded Ghana? Which Ghanaian founded Ghana?
Kwame Nkrumah.
No. British founded Ghana and gave it to him when he was complaining too much he needs independence.
But that was
Who founded Nigeria?
Ghana, though.
Which
I actually do not know.
That's correct,
Like-
because no Nigerian founded Nigeria. The Benin Kingdom founded Benin Kingdom. Oduduwa founded the Yoruba. You understand what I'm saying? But I'm talking about Nigeria.
But okay, what about like Ethiopia, a country that was never colonized?
Sierra Leone was never colonized.
Sierra Leone?
Yes, they just pulled back slaves there. So what? It doesn't mean anything. Still, their country was carved by the Europeans. So, how do you expect that a people can build something they did not design? I'm trying to lead you slowly. Your conclusion, not mine, but all the people who are going to listen, because you guys are going to become members of parliament in the future. You are going to be the leaders of this continent. If you want to go back, you need to have something in your mind to say, this is what is wrong and I want to change it. Otherwise, we are all going to be swimming in the dark for the rest of our lives. No black country on earth will become industrialized. Impossible. You said resources. People keep complaining and telling you that the reason African countries can't develop is because the white people stole the resources. It's a lie. There are 4 resources nobody can steal. Water is one of them. Did you see tanks from Britain taking all your water away? No. Fela sang a song in 1981. Water house, food house. Hey, Palipao, waiting to that, right? 1981. Do you know how many years ago he was complaining about there is water overground? The Niger River goes through Nigeria. No Nigerian can get a cup of water, pure one, from his pipe in his own room. You have tanks on every building. That's one. They didn't take it away. The second one is land. The colonials didn't take it away. You have vegetative land in Nigeria. If Japan own it, they will feed half of the world with food export. The third one, solar energy. 365 days, we don't get winter, we don't get spring, we don't get autumn. It's there. Have you harvested it? You go build an electric car. When you can't even give people electricity in their homes in Burkina Faso, what are you going to use to charge? You understand? So solar, that's the third one. So the fourth one is, of course, manpower resources, okay? From the intellect into physical. They didn't take it away. So all 4 things that help other countries to build themselves, you have it. You have it more than anybody. The Congo alone, the Congo has water reserve enough to feed the whole of Central Africa for the next 250 years and not even have a drop. The kids in Congo can't even take a clean shower because of lack of water. Turkana is the northern part of Kenya. It took some foreign guys from Denmark to tap into the aquifer to know that Turkana has over 200 trillion, I don't know even the number, how they measure water, liters in Kenya. But the people of Turkana, every year, their cattle and humans will die. You can see it. And we will be sending them in Pesa. And foreigners will rush there to save. They can't tap the water to feed themselves.
So what do you think the internal issue is? Are you asking us to come to that conclusion?
You are the one who said I'm crazy by saying you can't develop. Now we have seen clearly that nothing has been taken away. You have everything. So when we are not blaming the colonials for stealing resources, which is a boogeyman we use just to explain, as if we are the only ones who were colonized. If stealing of resources is the reason for colonization, Benin will not be colonized. We have nothing but coconut trees on the beach. Gambia wouldn't be colonized. Fiji Island won't be colonized. Many places, Gambia won't be colonized. It's not for stealing resources. It's too expensive and it's too cumbersome. Colonials, they don't steal resources, and they didn't. Everything you discovered now was discovered after colonization. But we use it as a boogeyman. And when we're not talking about resources, the countries that don't have resources, they say, oh, it's our leaders, they are corrupt. It's not true. Those leaders you have that you keep saying, where did you employ them from? China? They are from among you, right? Yeah. So every 4 years, randomly, you pick one of you. But you expect that person to know different from what you know?
Not different, but they should be willing to...
Willing? What do you mean willing? Willing happens if you know what you do.
I feel like they should, like picking like presidency, especially like in Nigeria, like they should see the things that us, like, you know, people struggle with in society. So we expect them to, like, okay, like, this is what we're struggling with. This
They
is
see
what.
Expect them.
It is
Do
your
you even know how
fault.
to speak? Good
How do you
Lord.
know that he has what it takes to fix it?
No, I'm not saying that he has what it takes. I'm saying that, like, people expect, like, I think, like, in Nigeria, because, like, people, like, are trying to
Good.
vote for, like,
Learn
presidency
how
and
to
things
talk.
like that.
Good
And we
Lord.
all expect for the president to, like, see what is going on in the society and say, okay, like, we hope for you to, like, make this change. And, like, you know, they'll put, like, their stuff out there saying, oh, I will address this, I will address this. And then when they come into presidency,
I
it's,
got
like,
my
the
own
exact
problems.
opposite of, like,
Yes, because
What?
You
you
can lead a horse
corrupted
to water. You can't make it drink, man.
the masses. No African
They gotta
leader
want
is
it.
corrupt.
They gotta want it enough to work for it themselves. You
have
can't
to
give that
elaborate
to
on
them.
They
Yeah,
are
please.
corrupted.
so how we corrupt, like, the people corrupted the like, what? Like, what do you mean by corrupted? Like, who
So
corrupted?
when computers started, right? When we had computers in high towers, you know that computer has a program in it. And so you have to only introduce what it can use the program to understand, right? So when people use malware to introduce your hard drive, what do you say happened to your hard drive? My hard drive is corrupted. Which
there
means
we
you gave it something to do that is not part of what he knows how to do. Colonials left behind a political system, and you hang on to it. And then you're picking one of you to use it to do something. You said that's what you wanted. You said every 4 years you want to go out there and pick one of you to lead you. So somebody said, okay, pick me. Look at my suit, it's nice, and I speak your language. And you picked him.
Look at my suit. It's nice.
You've introduced a tax to this man or woman who you don't know if he knows he doesn't own a country. We just proving to you there is no country. But you're asking him to lead something that is not there. If you give your Lamborghini
Jeez.
to your
Can't believe I'm
7-year-old, you've
dropping
corrupted
frames
his
like
skills. He runs into people or he runs into a tree. The people you've been picking since independence don't know how to do what you're asking them to do. So you corrupt their skills.
So we've, like, you're saying us Nigerians have corrupted, like,
No way.
the president or something like that.
Yes. You are just a corrupt in waiting. They make any of you MP right now, you'll be corrupt. Because what they're asking you to work on is not natural to you. It's foreign. The villages where you come from, do you use ballot to pick the chief? They know you from age 12. By who you are, what you can do. And that's how we picked our leaders in Africa for hundreds of years.
Okay, so are you saying that if we implemented like a system like, so in Ghana, in my culture, the way like picking a chief works is there are 5 royal families and then it rotates each family every time. Are you saying that if that
That's
happened
weird.
with like our government,
How can it happen
That
with
is
your
odd.
government?
well,
You don't
it's
have
not
Ghana.
possible.
You don't have a country called Ghana or Ghanaians. So whom are you picking?
That just makes no sense.
So is the political system the issue? Like,
I don't know. I'm giving you
No,
things for
like-
you to make your own conclusions.
There's no Ghana.
There's no Ghana, there's no Nigeria. Who is a Nigerian? You are a Nigerian
Please,
only
sir,
when you
tell
leave the
us.
country and you are
Tell
abroad.
us.
You said, I'm from Nigeria.
Nah.
But when you ask a Chinese, they don't say, I'm from China. They say, I'm Chinese. Japanese will say, I'm Japanese. Ask Africans, they always say, I'm from.
Son of a bitch.
It means you're talking about a physical location that was created by some foreigner, and a bunch of you who have nothing in common lives there. But in Nigeria, there's nobody says I'm Nigerian. You say I'm Igbo. I'm
We don't
Yoruba.
have the WASP unity that you referred to earlier.
Pardon me?
Just because we don't have the WASP, like,
Of course you don't have it.
yeah. So we're not we're just not Ghanaian. We're just like you're Akan, you're Ga.
That's correct. Do you know, and it's a metaphor. I love it. I read it. Do you know the Tower of Babel? In the Bible? What was the main thing that stopped the tower from being built?
He
Yeah, I don't really remember.
couldn't speak
Jeez.
the same
I don't remember.
language.
Do you know the Tower of Babel? Yes.
No, like, I know the story, but
Then
I
tell the
just-
story.
I just know, like, a group of people were building the Tower of Babel, and then they kept on going. As they're building it, I believe, like, they came across, like, I forgot. They came across, like, a fire or something like that, and, like, I think a fire, like, stopped on one of them, each on one of them, and they started speaking different languages.
So a group of people with one language, one culture, was building a tower successfully. For some sick reason, God looked down and changed their languages, and they started speaking different languages, and the tower stopped.
So that's what they did to us, or we did that to ourselves.
I don't know. I'm just describing things. You have to make the conclusions. What does a tower represent?
Development.
That's correct. Every time they say something is developed, you do this, right? So it's a metaphor. A tower represents development, growth. But it's only possible, I said it to you from the beginning, you got to have language. One. Do you know how America struggled to make sure Spanish is not even a second language here? Because they know what it can do.
Yeah, you're damn right.
don't have that.
It can destroy a fucking country. It can crush a country.
We don't have a national history. We don't have a national identity.
No, there's the Chinese are right
Where
there
is
now,
justice
dude,
and
and they are not. They're struggling.
You're
They're
making
seriously
it
struggling.
seem- well, I'm understanding it the way that you're explaining it, that it's not exactly a bad thing, but like it's the division in the countries is what the problem is, why we can't develop. But that's what makes, I think that's what makes our African pride, like having so much diversity, but like in that one place, even though that doesn't make us develop to your, well, not to your standard, but like,
What have you benefited from that diversity?
I mean, I can say I come here and know who I am. And
But
where
that's
I'm from.
because you are a tree,
Yeah.
not because you're Ghanaian. See, when I said your name, I could say it from anywhere and I said you are a tree. I wouldn't say you are Ghana. And that tree forms you.
Okay, so what about the individual tribes in those little countries? Do you think it's possible for those countries to develop? Like those little tribes, like...
No, but
the
because
Chi
you've
people-
made them to let go what is called in the development of a country self-determination. That is a goal, self-determination. You've let them go. They can't. They can't. You're now saying you are Ghanaian, yet there is nothing. You can't raise a child in Ghana as a Ghanaian. You can raise a child as a tree kid with your values you have, your culture, your dance, your history, your traditions. You don't wake up in Ghana and say, I'm Ghanaian. You wake up as a tree. When you look around, your inspiration, your determinations is forced by your culture. But now you don't have it. They don't teach it. You don't have it anymore. Ghanaian, you are not. Tree, you are not either. I'm not kidding. I want you to look at what I'm saying carefully.
I think...
If there is no country on earth, black country, that was formed by the people who live in it. Every one of you are living in a guest house. You've seen people living in a guest house find a way to develop the main house better than the owner? Never. Why do we have the Oduduwa history? Because they were one people, one religion, one history, one ethnicity. You couldn't break in. That's why we have the tribal marks, to differentiate them so they can see each other and dream dreams. Why do we have the Benin Kingdom? Why do we have the Agbome Kingdom in Benin Republic? And the Ashanti Kingdom? Who fought the British? The Ashantis, because they were the most predominant in the area at the time. They were able to have an administration, form a palace with rulership, land division, everything. Where is it? They made you become, so it's not divide to conquer, it's unite to conquer. So what the colonial took away from you is not what you started fighting for after 1960. What they took away from you is that identity for self-determination. But all the idiots who got independence, Kwame Nkrumah included, and all of them, the first thing they started working on is economic development. Because they saw the people who colonized them. We want to be like them. And we've been lost since then.
Yeah.
You say you went to Ghana and you see change. Change happens everywhere. Change is not
That's
a
just what I
goal.
was
So let me
understanding
ask
as
you,
well, man.
name one thing in YouTube, one thing in Nigeria or in Ghana that was originally built by a Ghanaian in the realm of infrastructure that you guys are coming to work on. What is it?
Can't say no.
You can't say about you. 130 million people. Every day you are annoying the rest of us saying we are the giant of Africa. Yeah, cool. You can't manage a gas station, but yes. What is it? You know, and I'm not kidding, that a Nigerian originally invented, built it, and now people are trying to build on it. What is it? Original. Using the 4 natural resources I just described. Look, I'm from Benin. I'm black as it comes. You know, Nancy and I used to go to Benin when I had my Heroes program. That's how proud I am from. But that doesn't mean I'm blind to what I'm talking about. And Benin is only 3.5 million people with 49 different languages. They can't manage a public toilet.
I don't want to laugh.
But I would say, like, I agree with what you're saying. Like, I do feel like, because, like, in some, like, people are aware, I feel like people are aware of, like, the resources that, like, we have already, that's in Nigeria already, that's, like, building on it. And then some people are, like, more focused on, like, back then trying to build up from, like economic development and things like that.
From what?
But I just,
what original economic system do
I
you
know
have in
not,
Nigeria?
I'm talking about like the past. Like people are like colonization back in the past. People are trying to like you said, like people are trying to use that and like build that up. But I do feel like there are certain individuals or like people in Nigeria that are aware of like the resources that like are around us that we already have. Like for example, like people are like building like oil company or like water company and things like that. And I feel like not everybody is aware that we do have natural resources ourselves that we can build.
Aware.
Yeah. I feel like not everybody knows. I feel
What
like
do you mean, you don't see the water?
No, I'm saying that people are like don't have that like knowledge or.
But why would they have knowledge about something they don't have capability to use? Why should I care myself about uranium when I don't know what to do
Which
with it?
video? Are you talking about
But I feel like
the
people are like
video we were watching or my stream?
I can't say this, but like people, they're
wanna
not
stream
like
to the video,
they
no?
see it. Of course, yeah, they see it, but I feel like they're not like able to say, okay, like let me learn what I can build from this.
And
or let
learn
me,
from where?
Like probably from I'll say from history, like from our history.
How do you learn how to build infrastructure from history?
Like people can like
building infrastructure is a capability. I'm talking about